Okay, card 3 is our 4 square card, is what I'm going to call it. Also, it's that book binding card, so you'll seal the left half shut and you only open part of it. So in case you don't watch this carefully and just watch the beginning, I'm jumping ahead to tell you that. All right, if you were in video 1 with me, we were supposed to cut these correctly and I cut it wrong. So on this card, instead of making the blue version, I'll make the other version because I messed up my blue version. But you take your 3 by 3 square, you cut it at 1.5, and then you turn and cut it at 1.5 again. I'm not sure what I did. I think I cut it at 1 3/4. And I try to keep my picture so that it's making a picture. So I'm going to get out the green one instead of the blue. They both have a red background. Oh, we're going to need to cut that little side panel as well. I'm going to be using the pink on this one, and I will save that one for later, but I am going to stamp that. And then we need our little side panels. So you can find, you know, you might have a strip left from when we did this earlier. Okay, here's how I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 going across. Now this piece is 1 inch by 4 inch, this little side piece. So we'll cut at 4. We'll cut at 1. That's for the card I'm going to finish later. And I could, you know, you can put this on the inside. I mean, that's just the scrap I have left over. And then I need to find this green. And we are not using this on anything else. So this is the one, if you have the dies that go with this paper, there's 2 stamp sets and dies, not the label dies, but if you have the other one, you can actually die cut those images out, and they are very, very beautiful. But I'm not doing that today. I'm sure you've been seeing pictures online. So I'm doing 1 inch by 4 again. And I could put that on my envelope also, if I wanted my envelope to match. And then let's build our bookbinder card. And then, I don't know why I have 2 in there. I'm just curious if I gave, Well, I have a bonus one. Yeah. Hopefully you have bonus one in case I forgot to give you something else. Okay, so you're gonna have a score line on the front of one of your pieces. So you can go ahead and you can fold it both directions if you want. But we're gonna seal this closed once we put some ribbon on, so it only partly opens. It's just a fun fold way of doing things. So put your DSP centered between your score line and your left edge. And then let's stay focused on one thing at a time here. This time we're not tying a bow, so that's the good news. You can maybe, on one of these, I did tweak it that all my shiny sides were showing. Okay, so we're gonna do the same tape under thing that we did on the last card. This is gonna be taped on the inside. Again, probably extra to do this. It's probably not necessary. It's just my attempt to make it extra flat. I'm going to do a mixture of tape and glue. The tape is just to hold it immediately so I don't have to stand and press as long, but the glue is really going to give it a longer hold. Okay, let's do this the right way. All right, then we're going to glue that side shut. And we'll bring another piece in. I think I usually do it about the same length, about 4 inches, maybe a little bigger. The bigger your ribbon is, the more ribbon you need, like to make a bow or to tie. If it's skinny ribbon like this, you can probably tie a bow with 8 inches, but 10's my general rule, but when I get really thick ribbon, then I like to do like 11 or 12. Okay, so I took that piece, I weaved it under the piece that's already there, and now I'm gonna tie. Now, as my thing is wanting to tie where I'm not gonna see the shiny side, and I just sort of twisted it so that I am seeing 2 shiny sides, because that's the side I wanna see. And then trim it down. Okay, and now we can put together the rest of the card. One, two. It's really hard to tell how these would have lined up anyway. I think I messed something up. I never could get this right. Wait, maybe it goes like... I'm not gonna have you guys watch me. It doesn't matter. You just can stick them on there, but they're supposed to line up. I don't know why I have such a hard time keeping them straight. Okay, Merry and Bright is 2 different stamps. Merry, you could do Sending Cheer instead if you want. Why don't we do that? Well, I already have Merry. Oh, and Bright is one. Let's do Sending Cheer just to show you guys a different look. And you can pick which you want. Now these, because they're 2 stamps, it'll make it really easy to do 2 colors. Easier than that other one I was doing at the first. Okay. I don't know that I've done this one before, so I gotta test it out. I'm just assuming it's gonna fit there. Just let me give this a shot. Yeah, that works. Sending, that's Merry. What did I do with Cheer? There it is. Sending Cheer. There's a little more room for that one. And I'll do a Merry and Bright too while I'm at it. Of course, that means I need to mount this. This is why, guys, well, other than also I need them for classes, I like to have a lot of blocks because I don't want to keep peeling them off and on. So when I first started stamping, you know, I just got the set and then I just kept buying like a C and a B block. C, B, and D, I use those a lot every time. Now see, I didn't put that Merry quite as high because I forgot I was going to need to do that. It still works. It's a tiny bit squished, but it's fine. Okay, and then this is the part I won't make you watch me do because I gotta line up my things, and that's gonna take me a minute. But if you want them to make a picture, I have to do the puzzle piece. Anyway, you just give these this nice little small edge. You can look at the picture. Glue all 4 of those down. And then when you put it on your cardstock, you have I gave it a big edge around and a smaller edge in the middle. And then this is the only thing that pops up. And then again, if you want to cut paper for the inside, you can. And that's card 3.